Today we are going to talk about the Banshee. And not just any Banshee, Lydia Martin. You ever hear a scream so chilling it cuts through your spine like ice? A voice so haunted, it doesn't just echo, it warns? Imagine being in a room, and suddenly you hear that scream. No one's dead yet, but someone will be. That's Lydia Martin's world. A high school girl who started out as the queen bee of popularity, beauty, and brilliance, only to find herself in a terrifying transformation. One that didn't leave claw marks or glowing eyes, but something deeper, more cursed. She wasn't bitten. She wasn't scratched. But something ancient and powerful chose her. What exactly is a Banshee? And what makes Lydia's powers so unique, unpredictable, and terrifying? Welcome to TV series. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notifications bell so you never miss a mystery from Teen Wolf. Today's episode dives deep into Lydia's powers, how they work, what she can really do, and why she may be one of the most dangerous supernatural beings in the entire show, even though she never lays a finger on anyone. Buckle up. Things are about to get eerie. When we first meet Lydia in Season 1, she's the sharp-tongued girl everyone wants to be. But right from the beginning, something feels off. Do you remember the moment in Season 2 when Lydia disappears after Peter Hale's death? She wanders into the woods, naked and confused. That wasn't just random. That was a rebirth. And what comes back from the woods isn't just Lydia anymore. She starts hearing things. Screams, whispers, cries for help that haven't even been made yet. If you've ever had that feeling that something bad was about to happen, multiply it by 1,000, and you're only scratching the surface of what she feels. Let's break it down. Lydia's powers revolve around death, not causing it, but sensing it. She's what's called a harbinger of death. That means whenever death is near, Lydia knows. But she doesn't just feel it, she's drawn to it. Think of her like a supernatural metal detector, only instead of gold, she finds bodies. Not only the freshly dead, but sometimes even those about to die. You never want to hear Lydia scream, because when she does, it's already too late. But here's the twist. Lydia isn't just a walking death alarm. Over time, her abilities evolve. She starts having premonitions, and they're terrifyingly accurate. Her mind becomes a map of clues, visions, and warnings. But the most haunting part? Sometimes the messages come in riddles, symbols, or hallucinations. Like the time she wrote "mischief" and "tree" over and over on her walls, or when she imagined a music box playing before someone was murdered. Her brain becomes a haunted house with messages from the other side, but she can't always decode them fast enough. Have you noticed how the more traumatic the event, the clearer her powers get? It's almost like pain and fear amplify her gift. Is it a curse or a weapon? Let's take a moment and ask. What would you do if every time someone was about to die, you felt it before anyone else? Could you live with the guilt of not always being able to stop it? That's Lydia's burden. And her powers don't stop at premonitions. She starts being able to channel the voices of the dead. That's right, at one point, Lydia becomes a medium. But not your average TV psychic. No candles. No crystal balls. Just pure Banshee instinct. It's like the spirits choose her to speak through. The most chilling part? Sometimes she speaks in other people's voices. Male voices. Dead voices. Ones that should be impossible. It makes you wonder, how much of Lydia is Lydia, and how much is the other side talking through her? Then, there's the Banshee scream itself. The scream isn't just a reaction to death. It's a weapon. We've seen it shatter glass, disorient enemies, and even stop supernatural creatures in their tracks. One unforgettable moment is when Lydia screams so powerfully that it affects the Najitsun itself, a creature built from chaos and pain. That's no ordinary sound. That's power. And not just any power, a kind that's fueled by emotion, grief, and sometimes even rage. Her voice becomes her greatest strength. So now we're looking at Lydia as more than just a victim of her powers. She becomes a warrior. She trains her mind to interpret her visions faster. She learns to use her scream in battle. And by the time Season 6 rolls around, she's not just surviving, she's leading. She even taps into memories hidden so deep in her mind, they nearly destroy her. But she goes back anyway, because that's who she is. Did you ever wonder why Lydia was the only Banshee in Beacon Hills? We had werewolves, canimas, kitsunes, hunters, but Lydia? She stood alone. That made her even more mysterious. She wasn't part of a pack. She didn't need claws or fangs. She didn't run with the alphas. But when things got dark, really dark, it was always Lydia who saw it coming. Her powers weren't flashy like Derek's transformation or Scott's glowing eyes. They were subtle, internal, psychological. And that made them even more terrifying. Let's pause here and think. Would you rather fight a werewolf you can see, or live with a scream inside your own head that tells you someone you love is going to die, and there's nothing you can do to stop it? Exactly. There's also the question of how Lydia got her powers. She wasn't born like this, or was she? The show hints that the potential was always in her. Peter's bite didn't turn her into a banshee. It activated something that had been sleeping inside. That makes you wonder, are there others out there? Is Lydia just one of many banshees hiding in plain sight? Or is she truly one of a kind? The real magic of Lydia's character is how she goes from hiding her abilities in fear to owning them with confidence. In early seasons, she's terrified of being crazy. She thinks she's hallucinating. She thinks she's broken. But the truth is, she's more in tune with the world than anyone else. She hears what others can't. She sees what's coming before anyone else does. And eventually, she saves lives because of it. Remember Styles? Of course you do. Their bond becomes one of the most powerful connections in the entire series. And time after time, it's Lydia's instincts, her banshee senses, that lead the pack to the truth. You could say Scott was the heart, but Lydia? She was the mind, the seer, the signal, the siren in the fog of war. Let's not forget the emotional toll. Lydia may be one of the most traumatized characters in Teen Wolf. She watches friends die. She senses tragedy before it happens. She lives in a constant state of anxiety. And yet, she never gives up. She keeps fighting. She keeps screaming for them. Now ask yourself, could you handle that kind of power? The beauty of Lydia Martin's Banshee powers is that they're not about strength, they're about sensitivity. About listening to the world when it whispers its darkest secrets. She's not the monster in the woods. She's the one warning you that the monster is coming. And maybe, just maybe, she is the scariest one of them all. Okay, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section below. What do you think about Lydia's powers? Do you think there's more we never saw? Would you want her gift? Please like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the supernatural world of Teen Wolf.